Hey, you guys. Ugh. How you guys are doing? Oh, I just finished watching Love and Hip Hop after the 2 week wait that they gave us. And I must say, it was really interesting. Not, I honestly thought that they were gonna make us wait, really wait for the Gwyneth Fest, but the episode kind of went by very fast. It was pretty interesting. It was funny. We got to see who Ra fought. We got to see Mo and Mariah, little beef, but I'll get into that when I get into that. But let's get it started on this fine Tuesday evening. So we start the episode back off where we left off 2 weeks ago with Rich and Peter sitting down with Cisco to resolve Cisco's and Rich beef. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly thought they were going to be, it was going to be a fight again. I was hoping, but unfortunately not. Cisco starts by saying how he's still upset because Peter didn't apologize over the diamond strawberry situation. And he says that Rich betrayed him. Now, if you ask me, I honestly don't know what the situation was with Strawberry Diamond or whatever the hell her name was, but it must have been pretty deep for Cisco to still be holding on to it. Now, if Rich did, because I think it was something because we all know that, I think it was last season, Cisco was messing with Strawberry or with a child named Diamond. So I think that once he stopped messing with her, Rich started messing with her. That's not cool. Just like girls have a girl code, us guys have a guy code. Especially when you have a close knitted, friendship, you don't do that. You just don't. Especially without even consulting your friend. But Cisco, he apologizes for pushing Rich, and they talk and stuff, and they go back and forth. But all in all, they make up, and the Creep Squad is still lasting, unfortunately. That was that. We get to Young B rehearsing. She says how she's getting ready to perform for her performance at Self's event. And, she wants to show Yandy that, she can do it and that she has it. So, she got a little something going on. We get to Self. He is at the studio, I think, playing pool. He says how, he's broke up with Yorma. He hasn't spoken to Rose. So now he's kind of just taking a break from the ladies and focusing on his music and the Gwyneth Fest and all that good stuff like that. And I'm like, well, we'll see how long this lasts. That Self is not in a triangle with another female. We'll see how long this lasts. Cardi shows up and she says how, since Self put her in his music video, she did him a favor, and he, was supposed to be helping her out with her music, but he hasn't. So she goes to talk to him about, no, I think she had a session in the studio, and she just so happened to see him. But yeah, she sees him, and, she's like, he was supposed to be helping me with my music, and da-da-da. Self says he'll start taking Cardi seriously when she starts acting seriously. In my opinion, I kind of feel like that Self, I don't think that, how can I put it? Because if you ask me, I think Cardi is serious about it. I think she's ready to get out of that stripper life and go and try and do, something different. And if you ask me, I think she's serious. I mean, Self was pointing out little things that she didn't do, like, oh, you didn't put your thing on a flash drive, or you didn't do this, you didn't do that. I mean, if the girls tell you, come hear my music, clearly she has studio time. So she's paying for studio time. So that should show you that she's serious. But I don't know, for some reason, Self doesn't want to help Cardi when it comes to her music. I think he just wants Cardi. He don't want to see her strive. He wanted her to be that same stripper hoe, and she ain't trying to do that no more. Next, we see Mo at her apartment. Lex arrives at the apartment. Mo says how she has been contemplating about being a part of Yandy's team since the Bianca situation in the studio. But she says she wants Lex back, and she's thinking about them even being a group again. And I'm like, oh, how the tables have turned. You was so quick to go run to Yandy and be the Beyonce and go solo, and now you want Lex back. And in my opinion, just because she had an altercation with Bianca, I don't understand why she's contemplating her relationship with Yandy because of it. To me, that's stupid. At the end of the day, if Yandy is being an effective manager like how you want it, there shouldn't be a problem. Mo explains the situation that went down in the studio with her, Cardi, and Bianca. And Mo says how if Lex was there, had the studio with her, it wouldn't have went down like that. And now she's kind of realizing, wow, I don't really have Lex like that. Like, it's no more BBOD, so I'm kind of on my own right now, and she clearly doesn't like that. Mo asks Lex, do you feel the same way? And Lex is kind of the opposite. Lex is like, well, I've been working on some new stuff by myself now. I just recorded a dope song. I met with French Montana. So clearly, Ra is doing something right for Lex. But clearly Mo is not getting what she wants out of Yandy. Like, I was kind of confused. So I was kind of like, okay, so is Yandy not doing what she's supposed to do, or is Ra doing what she's always been doing, but you just haven't seen? I don't really. I mean, I get, okay, yeah, like you miss Lex, but Lex is working with Ra. You're working with Yandy. I didn't really get it. Ra goes to say how. Oh. No, not Ra. Let's go to say how, she's been happier now that she's gone solo, and it's really been a good thing for her. So Lex experience, being solo is completely different from Mo's experience, which is crazy because just like a few episodes ago, Mo, she was Yandy this, Yandy doing all that, but now it's like you want, now it's like you want, what's the name? You want Lex back. Mo then says how not too long ago she had a phone call from someone from Def Jam who is interested in BBOD. Not interested in Lex, not interested in Mo, but interested in them together as BBOD. And that they're going to be at Cells event, so they might have to perform. And, Lex is kind of unsure. Lex is kind of like, me performing with Mo is a huge step, or kind of like a huge back step, because you guys are supposed to be solo. But you guys have this big opportunity in front of you as a group, so what are you going to do? But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But next we see Remy meeting with Ra. Remy says Ra better have good news for her or it won't be pretty. So like they sit down and stuff, and Ra, she asks Remy about, her bridesmaids and stuff, and Remy starts talking about her sisters, and she says how one of her sisters she cool with, the other sister she claims she can beat her. And she said that she told her that the next time she see her, she's going to drag her from point A to point B. So, it was like, oh, damn. But she said that she put all that aside. Oh, my God, why does my hair keep bothering me? But is it sticking? What the hell? I don't care. But she said she put all that aside, and she decided to make her bridesmaid. So I'm like, okay. Rob then goes to talk about the dress. And, you know, she's all dramatic. She's like, you know, have some bad news. I'm thinking that she seriously has bad news. And I'm like, oh my God, Remy is going to kill this girl. You know, because Raj is like, I don't know how to say this. She's just giving a whole bunch of theatrics. And I honestly thought that she had bad news. But come to find out, the dress was ready. And Raj did it. So, of course, Remy was happy. We see Peter meeting with his daughter, Whitney. Whitney says how she knows about everything and how she's already talked to Amina. And Peter, you know, he's upset because he wanted to be the one to tell Whitney, you know, everything. But clearly, Whitney and Amina have a close bond, so Amina already spilled the beans. She says how she's just very disappointed for her other siblings. And I'm just trying to think, how many kids does Peter have? Because he has 2 with Tara, 1 with Amina, Whitney. Well, no, now he has 3 with Tara, 1 with Amina, Whitney. And then Whitney talks about her brothers and sisters. So Peter got to have about a good, probably like 8 or 9 kids. Like, he got to have a good set of kids. And I know he had that many. Peter then asks her how has his behavior affected her. And she starts crying and stuff. And she says how maybe he should consider a vasectomy. And if he won't do it for him, he should do it for the children. And I agree with her. Peter has too many damn children. And if you're going to go around having sex and stuff with every pussy in town, you should, if you're not smart enough to use a condom, at least get a vasectomy. That way you don't have to worry. You know what I mean? But Peter was like, you know, that makes him feel less of a man and da. Like, Peter, I agree. He should get a vasectomy. And for one, Peter's too old to be still having children. But next we see Mendices looking at his sneaker line. Yandy shows up. She says how it's kind of a hassle. Well, she didn't say it was a hassle, but she said it's really crazy having, you know, a lot of kids. Because I didn't know that Mendices had 2 baby mamas. And I didn't know that he had 2 children that Yandy were taking care of, too. You know, and, you know, but like, it's clear that Yandy, you know, like, she doesn't have any beef with his baby mamas, but like she said, it's just kind of like a non-existent relationship there, and she hopes to change that so the children can see all of them coming together. Next, we see Cardi rapping in the studio, and I must say she was killing it. I really did. Like, you know, the song, I guess. Mariah Lynn shows up. Like, they sit down, start talking. She asks Cardi, is she performing the song that she heard her perform in the studio at the Gwendolyn Fest? And Cardi's like, what Gwendolyn Fest? Cardi's like, Self ain't asked me if I want to go to the Gwendolyn Fest or not, so I ain't going. And I understand, because, I mean, you know, Cardi has obviously done a lot for Self, sexually and non-sexually. And, you know, Self just continues to kind of treat her like shit, like you want to hear her music. You don't even have the audacity to invite her to your, you know, event, if not even to perform, just to go. So, if I was Cardi, I would have said, fuck no, I ain't going. I would have did exactly like she did. Then she starts talking about her boyfriend, Tommy, and he doesn't really care about her rap career. And she like, well, he need to be happy for me because every time I hear good news from the lawyer, I'm happy for him, so he should be happy. And I'm like, Cardi, this man is in jail. The last thing he want to hear is about you recording a new song. This man wants to know, when is he getting out of jail? No, seriously. Mariah Lynn says how she has some juicy, wet tea. She says how she went looking for info on BBOD, and she found some public information about how Mo got a restraining order on Bianca. Cardi tells Mariah Lynn don't even really entertain, you know, the foolishness with Mo. And Mariah's like, well, I won't be the first to swing, but I am going to call her out on the restraining order. And I'm just like, oh, shit. I was like, can't wait to see how this goes. So next, we get to the wonderful Gwendolyn Fest. I mean, the wonderful Gwen Fest. Blah, blah, blah. All the girls really looked good, I must say. All the girls looked good. Mariah Lynn looked good. Bianca, maybe it was Bianca's hair that threw me off. She didn't look bad, but she didn't look good. Put it like that. But everyone really looked good, especially Lex. Lex looked really pretty. But we get to the Gwen Fest. The Gwen Fest. And Yandy shows up. She says how she has 2 artists that are performing. She had Mo performing, and she had Mo and Bianca performing. So they needed to kill it. Then we see Ra. Ra sitting over there with Lex. Lex gets up and goes somewhere. And Ra is like, do you see that bitch with Yandy? In Yandy's section. And it was a girl with red hair. So I'm like, okay. You know, because I remember from the previews, I'm like, all right, Ra gets in a fight, so I want to see who she fights. Ra's like, they're like the girl who Yandy is with. Ra and the girl got into it at a strip club, and the next time, and she told the girl next time she see her, it's on it popping. So Ra picks up. All you see is Ra pick up a damn Ciroc bottle and throw it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I honestly thought she was gonna fight Yandy. But another piece of me was like, nah, she gonna fight the other girl. And she fought the other girl. So she throws the bottle, and you can really see much, but you see enough. And you just see, you know, everybody grabbing Ra, So Ra gets escorted out. Remy goes to make sure she's okay. And Remy is like, you know, Ra shouldn't have brought the girl to the event, knowing the history. But Remy was like, I don't know if Yandy is aware of the situation. So she, so she goes to talk to Yandy. Yandy said she didn't know the girl and Ra had beef. But Ra said Yandy was there at, I think the strip club was called Starlet's. You know, like Yandy was there when Ra and the girl got into it. So Yandy had to know something. But Yandy claims she didn't know. So I guess we'll see. So after that, everything calms down and the girls perform. Mo and Lex perform together as BBOD, and BBOD is back together. Mariah Lynn goes next. And I know it's kind of awkward for her performing because Rich was one of the judges. I was like, how messy is that? And after Bianca performs, the judges talk, and it seems like they're feeling BBOD a lot more than the other girls. But I did hear Mariah Lynn. I didn't really hear nothing good about Bianca, just being honest. We get backstage with Mariah Lynn and Bianca and Lex and Mo. Mariah compliments Lex, and Mo is, and Mo's like, there's a lot of hostility coming from you, Mariah. And Mariah pulls out a paper, and in my head, I said, this bitch had the restraining order. Like, she printed it out. Is she serious? So, Mariah pulls out the paper, and she hands it to Lex. Lex obviously didn't know that Mo put the restraining order on Bianca. Because Lex was like, what the fuck is this? So, Mo is just looking like, okay, and Mariah Lynn goes, you're a snitch. And I kid you not, y'all can quote me, y'all can say Mariah Lynn tripped or fell. Mo clocked her shit. She did. And Mariah Lynn fell back. Mariah Lynn is yelling at security like, let me hit her, let me get her. And yeah, Mo clocked her shit. Just like I thought. Because in a promo, you just see Mo go boom. And Mo just hit her. She did. And it looked like it connected. Because if it didn't connect, Mariah Lynn wouldn't have been so rowdy. But yeah, Mo, she did her thing. And she clocked her ass. And I mean, I would have done the same thing. You trying to clown me in front of, in front of people about a restraining order. I would have said, yeah, bitch, I got a restraining order on her. And you going to need one on me when I'm done with you. So, Mo did what she had to do. At the end of the day, y'all can't get mad. Mo, she did it. Mariah Lynn should have been quicker. But they get to announce the winner, and I honestly thought we were gonna hear it, but they do this bullshit and they do a cliffhanger and they don't allow us to see who won. So truthfully, I really hope BBOD wins. I do. Hope they win. But thank y'all for watching this review. See y'all later.